We are to be the example for others so that they may look at us to see what we are to do right. As we look to God, like you said, we are not God, but we are to use Him as an example. So when He shows us love and forgiveness, we may pass that on to the next person.
Wow, that's boring. And I didn't want to do that in that time. So what do I do if I'm really mad because they said it to me? I'm not going to remember the Bible verse that tells me what to do. So what am I supposed to do when I'm mad because they said that word to me?
There's a couple options you can do. Does anyone have any couple options that can help out our student? Caleb.
So I just say,
yeah, what happens if they don't say sorry first? Can you still forgive them, Caleb? Oh, see, you don't even need them to do one step. You can forgive them on their own. What else, Charlemagne? That's a really good one. You can walk away.
But I was angry right when he said it.
Let's see if some younger students know. Let's get Jesse. What do we do, Jesse? Forget it ever happened?
But my feelings were hurt. I don't want to forget it happened. I was sad. I was hurt.
Maybe for the quick moment, you can continue playing with your friends and then later on, forgive them. Let's go with that. Ooh, you can talk about your feelings. That is a brave kid. I don't often talk about my feelings. I'm pretty afraid to do that one. Let's go with Nayeli. Always forgive other people. So that seems to be the theme today. Oh, it's so hard to do. Raise your hand.
Do it anyway?
We don't have to, but the Lord asks us to. And that's what makes us good Samaritans or good students, right? Raise your hand if you felt like it was so hard to forgive another person, but you still did. Let's give. That's about Jess. Let's raise your hand if you've ever forgiven another person, but it was so hard to do. Raise your hand. You've forgiven the person that hurt your feelings. It was so hard to do. See, look at all these students, these wonderful students that have done it. If they can do it, I know you can too.
Okay, so I heard that I could walk away.
Is that a good answer? Put a thumbs up if that's a good answer.
I heard that I could say, I don't like that.
Put a thumbs up if that's an okay response.
I heard that if I was really angry, I could still
Not be mean back.
Put a thumbs up if that's an answer. A good answer.
Self-control? Ugh. I don't like that. I can borrow your book. But I guess what I heard the most is that I have to forgive that person anyways, even if they don't say they're sorry.
Let's give a round of applause if that's an awesome answer. No, we can't afford that. Good choice, King.
Tell me what I did.
All right, let's play again. Did you guys have a little bit of fun with the KG show?
I think that means next week I'm gonna play along.
I'm not gonna lie. But can I get one more J&G in the morning? Well, I do believe that you guys did a little bit more to Mr. G this morning if you were in the older class. And then if you are in the younger class, you are actually going to head down. No, younger classes, sit here. You're gonna actually have Miss Sharon today. Miss Malin. So, if you are the olders, this is my first time doing this, and you guys are gonna have to help me. If you're in the olders. Am I getting
My memorizer?
We are going to go ahead and do our mighty memorizers split up. They're a little bit long, we're going to split them this time. So you are 3rd through 8th. We're going to go ahead and get ready, line up, head with Mr. G.
No, I don't put it. I didn't put enough treasure.
All right, preschool to the 2nd grade, are we ready? Yes? Who's going to be our mighty memorizers today? Can you come on up? Come on up. This way. You're going to wait a second because our olders are still going on. Okay, you guys ready? If we are ready, that tells me we are quiet. Knows it by heart, huh?
Kindergarten. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. Matthew 5:17.
Are you ready? Okay.
Do not think I have come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. Matthew 5:17.
We just shorten a little bit for our youngers. Is this ready? Come here. All right, our friends, they're a little bit nervous. Can we make sure everybody's really, really quiet, please? Let's see, you can do it together? You can do it together? Okay, stay with me.
First grade.
Help you say it.
I think that I have come to abolish the law and the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, to fulfill them. Matthew 5:17.
Matthew 5:17. Do not think I have come to abolish the prophets. Law or the prophets, I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill. Matthew 5:17.
So is that every grade? We need everybody? All right, what? We're not done. We're not done. We still have the message. Where are we going? Only the one. Only the one. Who really knows it? All right, come on up.
Matthew 5:17. Do not think that I've come to abolish the law or the prophets. Do not think that I've come to abolish them, but to fulfill them.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Did we have any other? No, that's all the grades, right? I know you guys are all so anxious and so excited, but that means you need to tell your teacher that you're going to be ready next week, okay? So if you want to be the one to do it next week, you're going to have to tell your teacher that you're going to be the one who's ready to do it next week. But can we all give Miss Nauman a big round of applause as she comes up with the message? Miss Nauman's coming up. Good morning. Okay, arms up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up, stand up. Jump up and down 5 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, are we awake now? Good morning. Oh, that was so much better. Way to go. You guys can sit down. All right, so today's verse. Do you guys know? Let's see. Who they were talking about when they said he came to abolish? If you think it was Noah, give me a thumbs up. If you think it was Jesus, give me a hard thumbs up. If you have no idea who they are talking about, I'm going to give you a hint.
Are you ready for this hint? Alright, think hard. He was born in a stable around Christmas time. And he gave us the law. So, was it Noah? Who was it? Jesus, don't you give me a super high thumbs up? You guys knew he came. So do you know what the laws were? That he came not to get rid of them, but to say, yep, this is the law. Not to say, oh, and kick them to the curb. So Miss Tina, can I have the curb? Oh, yeah, I'm going to first slide up. All right, so who's up there? All right, and do you know what? There were 3 big laws back then. And he came to, what did he come to do? Did he come to get rid of them all? No. He came to say, yep, you need to listen to that one. Yep, you need to listen to that one. Yep, you need to listen to that one. Just like, in our classroom, do we have procedures that we need to listen to? Yes. Do we have grown-ups we need to listen to? Yes. Are we allowed to, when the teachers are talking, are we allowed to go, yo, dude, do you know what? I went and saw the coolest thing. Did you see Bluey last night? It was so super cool. Or, hey, did you see the latest episode of Paw Patrol? You think that's something you should be talking about when your teacher is telling you? A said, Is that something you guys should be doing? No. So do you know what? There were 3 kinds of big laws that Jesus came to say, these were the laws, we're not getting rid of them, but I'm going to show you how to follow them. And you know what he did? He kind of just like each, you guys have rules and procedures that you follow at school, but you probably don't have the same rules and procedures at home, right? At home, can you be like raising your hand when you want to talk to your mommy or your daddy? No. At home, do you have to say, excuse me, I have to go potty? Do you have to say that at home? No, because you could just go into the potty, unless somebody's already in there. Then you have to wait. But do you have to, let's see, what other kind of laws there are at school? Oh, do you have to sit in a car seat at school? No, but going to and from school, do you have to sit in a car seat or do you have to have a seatbelt on? Yes, going to and from, unless you're walking. Or if you're riding your bike, you have to have a helmet. All right, Miss Tina, we can go on to the 3rd slide, please. So, way back in the very beginning, there was ceremonial law. And if you look, all of the people lived in tents. What? Have you guys ever been camping and had to live in a tent? Yeah, so every night they were sleeping, not in a sleeping bag, but on a mat on the floor. What? Do you guys poor? No, that would be crazy. Oh, and you know what? Their tent had to face into the middle because that's where their church was. And when they had big ceremonies, like, let's see, celebrations like birthdays, what? They didn't get presents. They had to go into the big building. That was their church. Can you believe that? And they couldn't. It was against the rules for somebody to go in the very middle except one priest. And you know what he had to do? It was his job to tell everybody about guess who was coming. Jesus was gonna be coming. He was. And it was his job to tell everybody. Do you think all those people that lived in all those tents could go into that area? I think it would be really squishy. But that was his job. And then Jesus came, and guess what? Next slide, please. Jesus came, and he died on the cross. He rose from the cross. And so guess what? They didn't have to, the priests didn't have to tell people about Jesus coming because he was already came. What? And then you know what? Guess what? Jesus said, yeah, you don't have to go into that big tent to worship me. Guess what you need to do? We already did it today. You know what we did? Next slide, please. We worshiped. Did you guys see the worship? Who do you think they're worshiping? Woo, I heard it. Yeah, right? Oh, and what's the bottom picture of? A heart. And who should we love? And you guys remember the J&G in the morning show? Yes. Should we love our neighbors? Should we love our mommies and our daddies? Should we love our friends? Yes! So, on birthdays, we get to celebrate now because we have Jesus. We get to worship and pray. And what's the best part of the birthday, do you think? Presents, cake, ice cream, blowing out the candles. Except when you get to be Miss Mountain's age, you're afraid you're going to start a forest fire with all the candles. So Miss Mountain doesn't use candles on her cake because I'm old. That would be very sad. So guess what? Even though they were told to praise and worship God back then, they were thinking Jesus was going to come. But guess what? We already had Jesus come. We already had Jesus come. But guess what? He is coming back. Is he coming back tomorrow? So guess what? You can be a prophet and tell others about Jesus. You can show love. You can worship. Next slide, please. Uh-oh. Then the next thing that Jesus came and did was, he had to obey the laws too. And I don't know about you guys, but they had to pay money for taxes. Just like grown-ups have to pay money for taxes, they had to pay money for taxes. And you know what? They had to listen, otherwise they would get thrown in. What? They would get thrown in jail. Uh-oh. Do you know what else would happen? If they got sick, it was so sad. You can go to the next one, Miss Tina. If they got sick, do you know what? They would have to leave the city. They'd be out, you are out of here. And you couldn't come back till you were all better. So sad. Would you guys want to leave your place, your house? No. So you know what Jesus did? He said, okay, here's the money. Does that look like money we have today? Yeah. But they didn't really have the paper money. They only had the coins. And then you see the poor man who's sick. Yeah, he had to leave. He couldn't stay with his family. And a lot of times, guess where he had to live? Where do you guys think he had to live? Did he have to live on the moon? Are you sure? Do you think he could even get to the moon? Yeah, he would have to use a rocket ship. And that would be very expensive. And he couldn't tell the people, right? Because he wasn't allowed to talk to people. If people saw him out picking berries to eat, he would have to say, oh, I'm clean, stay away. It was so sad. Would you guys like to live all by yourself? No. Xbox. No. Nintendo Switch. It would be so sad. And no electricity. And no mommy or daddy to cook you food. You have to go eat berries, and berries. Woo. And you have to drink out of a creek. Very sad. But that was the law. So sad. And then, sometimes the big king, not God, he is the ultimate king, but the king would say,